Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat 2047. As part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are commemorating International Literacy Day, commemorated and spearheaded by UNESCO on 8th September. Since 1967, the annual celebration of International Literacy Day, in short known as ILD, have taken place on 8th September around the world to remind policymakers, practitioners, and the public of the critical importance of literacy for creating more literate, just peaceful, and sustainable society. So literacy is a fundamental human right for all. It opens the doors of enjoyment of other human beings, greater freedoms, and global citizenship. Literacy is a foundation for people to acquire broader knowledge, skills, values, attitudes, and behaviors to foster a culture of lasting peace based on respect for equality and non-discrimination, the rule of law, solidarity, justice, diversity, and tolerance to build harmonious relations with oneself, other people, and the planet. Despite progress, at least 739 million youth and adults worldwide still lack basic literacy skills in 2024. At the same time, 4 in 10 children were not reaching minimum proficiency in reading, and 272 million children and adolescents were out of school in 2023. So this year, International Literacy Day will be celebrated under the theme of promoting literature in digital era. Digitalization has been changing ways in which we learn, live, work, and socialize in both positive and negative ways, depending on how we engage with it. While digital tools can help expand learning opportunities, So digitalization has been changing ways in which we learn, live, work, and socialize in both positive and negative ways, depending on how we engage with it. While digital tools can expand learning opportunities for marginalized groups, including 739 million young people and adults which lack basic literacy skills, this digital shift also is creating double marginalization, exclusion, not only from traditional literacy learning, but also from the benefits of digital age. Digitalization also raises other concerns, including privacy issues, privacy, digital surveillance, reinforced biases, ethics, the risk of passive consumption, and environmental impacts. So, literacy is a key for making the transformations inclusive, relevant, and meaningful. Beyond reading and writing on paper, literacy in the digital era enables people to access, understand, evaluate, create, communicate, and engage with digital content safely and appropriately. Literacy is also central for fostering critical thinking, discerning credible information, and navigating complex information environments. On 8th September, ILD 2025 will celebrate progress in literacy at the global, regional, national, and local levels. It will be an opportunity for critical reflection on what literacy means today and how literacy teaching and learning programs and policies are designed, managed, and monitored in the digital era. In addition, ILD 2025 will spotlight effective policies, interventions that promote literacy as a common good and a human right as a lever for empowerment and transformation to build inclusive, just, and sustainable societies. Today, this week is also commemorated as Know Your Numbers Week from September 8 to 14, which is a campaign that occurs annually during the second week in September. This year, the day is being celebrated from September 8 to 14 all over the world. There are millions of people who have high blood pressure and are unaware. In the UK, this campaign was created to raise awareness about high blood pressure, and now the UK's biggest blood pressure testing and awareness event. Every year, volunteers set up pressure stations in the public places across the UK to test passers-by, measuring their blood pressure and giving them their numbers to prevent heart attacks and stretches. The first Know Your Numbers Week took place in 2007 and had the theme Finding the Missing Millions. It is estimated that 16 million people in the UK have high blood pressure, but 5.3 million of them don't know it. To address this, 2,700 pressure stations were set up across the country to pressure readings, resulting in 250,000 people being tested. The momentum of the campaign began to grow, and 2009 saw a rise in media coverage for Know Your Numbers. We could figure on GMTV radio shows, including BBC Radio 2 Drive Time, and national newspapers, the Daily Express and the Daily Star. The campaign focused on the busiest areas in the UK, which included train stations, shopping centres, and workplaces. The mission for 2012 was to know your numbers and the numbers of your partner. The campaign encouraged couples to get tested and know each other's numbers. This week is also commemorated as Sexual Health Week from September 8 to 14 in UK, which is observed from the second full moon day to Sunday in September. This year it takes place from September 8 to 14th as part of National Sexual Health Awareness Week. We are highlighting the importance of treating our sexual health as seriously as we could any other aspect of our health, including regular checkups, testing for HIV and sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and raising awareness about issues related to healthy relationships. Talking about sex can be quite embarrassing, and even with advancements made to reduce the stigma, there is still some stigma attached to sex. Although some people don't have enough knowledge about safe sex practices. That said, let's take a closer look at Sexual Health Week. Today is also commemorated as Doctors' Day in US, celebrating how actors make us feel when they play our favorite characters and how they help appreciate the art form as a whole. This day is celebrated in the US to honor the actors who give their talent, time, and energy just to entertain us. It recognizes not only the big stars but also the artists who have portrayed roles in media such as film, TV, or theater. We recognize the work of those in the profession, so it's good to take a day or to value their amazing work. Recognizing the work of these artists can make more of a difference than we may realize. Today is also commemorated as National Amphersand Day, which is celebrated on September 8 each year to honor a Latin character and a logogram that depicts the conjunction and. The ampersand has been in use since 1st century AD, although most people don't give much thought to this symbol. It has a long and illustrious history. Even if you don't consider yourself a language nerd, we think it's a perfect day to celebrate. Today is also commemorated as National Boss Employee Exchange Day in US, celebrated every year on Monday after Labor Day. This is a special day for bosses and employees to switch places in order to get a taste of each other's responsibilities. For just one day, both groups get to step into each other's shoes. Now, before you slide into boss's chair, let's take a look at some history. So today is also commemorated as National Iguana Awareness Day in US, which is celebrated every year on September 8th. This day is observed as a perfect chance to learn more about the good keeping of your pet iguana. You can learn tips on how to keep your iguana friendly and healthy, and even master a few grooming tips to make it dashing. Iguanas make for great pets for those who are cramped for space or don't want to spend a lot of time looking after a pet. The cold-blooded reptiles can be amazing and affectionate pets for many decades, even if they are given proper care and attention. Today is also commemorated as National Pediatric Hematology Oncology Nurses Day in US. People around the United States celebrate National Pediatric Hematology Oncology Nurses Day each year on September 8th. This annual national observance was first organized to pay homage to the hard work and dedication of these nurses and to honor their sacrifices. Oncology, pediatrics, and hematology are some of the most critical fields of medicine requiring special attention from all practitioners. These brave nurses are honored on this day for their invaluable contributions and acts of service. Want to become one of these real life heroes? Today is also commemorated as World Physical Therapy Day. World Physical Therapy Day is observed every year on September 8. It is celebrated to raise awareness about the critical role of physical therapists and chronic pain therapies in keeping people healthy and fit. Physical therapists attempt to treat an injury or deformity, educate patients about healthy behaviors, and restore lost or damaged functionality. Chronic pain is linked to a variety of medical diseases, including low back pain, cervical and thoracic pain, shoulder pain, headache problems, cancer, fibromyalgia, muscular dystrophy, and osteoarthritis. So, the World Federation for Physical Therapy, WCPT, established World Physical Therapy Day on September 8th of each year in 1996. The WCPT was created on this day 70 years ago. The day celebrates the global physical therapy community togetherness and solidarity. It's a chance to recognize the contributions that physical therapists provide to their patients and the community. Going back in time, the first documented account of physical therapy comes from the Hippocrates, the old master of medicine. Hippocrates originated the concept of manual manipulation for pain treatment in 460 BC. Since then, physical physiotherapy has progressed from a simple massage to complex portfolio of therapies with a wide range of specialized applications. For centuries, the area of physical therapy experienced minimal progress. A unified group of physical therapy practitioners did not emerge until the 18th century. For Henrik Ling, known as the father of Swedish gymnastics, created the Royal Central Institute of Gymnastics, RCIG, in 1813 for massage, manipulation, and exercise. In 1887, Sweden's National Board of Health and Welfare granted physical therapy's official registration. Until World War II, the majority of physical therapy was performed in hospitals on patients suffering from surgery, injuries, or other ailments. During the war, specialty physical therapy clinics were established to treat the thousands of wounded soldiers who required rehabilitation following hospital stays. The shift to outpatient care reflected physical therapy expanding popularity. Physiotherapy is now utilized to treat a wide range of diseases and conditions: back pain, osteoarthritis, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, bursitis, muscular strains, Guillain-Barré syndrome, balance disorders, asthma, fibromyalgia, wounds, burns, rheumatoid arthritis, and a variety of other illnesses may be treated. The goals of physiotherapy vary depending on the patient's specific needs, but common intended outcomes include pain relief, increased range of motion, endurance and strength, independence, stress reduction, and a higher quality of life for the patient. The field of physiotherapy evolved even more as computers became more widespread in the medical realm, with the advent of electronics age made possible by ever smaller components. New technologies for use in therapy were introduced. Electrical stimulators and ultrasounds are two examples of gadgets that have improved therapeutic effectiveness. To practice, as a professional physical therapist in the US, you must first obtain a doctorate in physical therapy from a commission or accreditation in the physical therapy education institution and then pass a state licensing examination. Professional DPT programs are typically 3 year long. Physical therapists have become doctors since 2015, although they are not physicians. They like uh, any dentist, nurse, doctor, surgeon, optometrist, orthodontist, or therapist receive further training as required for their unique professional practice. The most fundamental distinction between physical therapy and occupational therapy is that physical therapy focuses on increasing the patient's ability to move their body, whereas occupational therapy focuses on improving the patient's ability to do activities of daily life. So you can easily join any organized events around you like this online and offline. They have already been set up by experts on World Physical Therapy Day. Many countries throughout the world host a variety of events. Brazil, Ghana, Iceland, Malta, Sri Lanka, India, Turkey, in addition to the United States and Canada, hold events like walkathons, educational lectures, seminars, webinars, and exercise clinics are among the events. Ghana's Physiotherapy Association provide free screening and consulting sessions. Have you ever benefited greatly from physical therapy? Perhaps a physical therapist assisted you in recovering from an injury. Perhaps physical therapy has assisted you in managing your pain. In any event, if you ever seen a physical therapist, praise them for their efforts. You can also express gratitude to a physical therapist if your child or the other families or a loved one has ever benefited from their services. Participate in some physical therapy studies to broaden your understanding, as well as participate in various exercises. Simply getting up and moving is a terrific way to commemorate this day. Encourage others to do the same by posting your discoveries and images of activities on your social media pages. Thousands of soldiers were treated with physiotherapy in Canada during World War I. In fact, physiotherapy was frequently used as the first line of treatment. Physical therapy can keep a person from needing invasive surgery, according to research published in the Annals of Internal Medicine. In April 2015, it can help persons with lumbar spinal stenosis, LSS, a lower back discomfort caused by narrowing of the spine, and avoid surgery. Many individuals consider physiotherapy and physical therapy to be distinct concepts, but while some countries may distinguish between those two practices, in Canada, they are both used to refer the same thing. Physiotherapy has been traced back to thousands of years, with Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine, credited with inventing the profession, surprisingly treated his patients with water therapy, which is still in use today. While a patient may participate in physical therapy while making medicines, physiotherapists cure a person's diseases with drug-free exercise-based therapies. So it is celebrated to honor physical therapists, to raise awareness about the critical role of physical therapies and chronic pain therapies in keeping people healthy and fit. Regardless of physical limitations, and physical therapy can act as a tool, increases one's involvement in normal life events, a fantastic method to get in good condition for life. Individuals may acquire arthritis or osteoporosis as they age, or they may require a joint replacement. Physical therapists are professionals at assisting patients in recovering from joint replacement surgery and managing arthritic or osteoporotic disorders conservatively. So with this, we shall end today's commemoration. Thank you everyone for joining us in today's commemoration. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link. Before leaving, we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before leaving the platform. See you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.